I'm still new to like, this is gonna sound bad, but like the really hanging out with people stuff. So I didn't know, or like, this is gonna sound bad, but like, I don't know, like with hanging out with people, I always assume like it's really rude to like split off from the group, and you should always try your hardest to try and like include everybody and always be like organizing group events and stuff. Pippa the loner, actually the opposite with like group event stuff. Always been like, oh, well, we should sit and wait for this person to respond to see if they would like to come along, right? Or this person said they're going to be here, so let's wait for them before we continue on. I have learned you don't do that. I have learned you don't do that. Depends on how big the group is. Even with small groups, I have learned that you do not do that. You do not wait for people. You do not expect anybody to show up. You do not make accommodations for people. You don't? No. Because people will not show up. People will say that they'll show up. They will not show up. People will completely like ghost you with some things. And it's not like it's not like they're bad people or anything. It's just, you know, like some people, like they don't want to spend time with a group. They don't want to like have like group homogeny. They don't want to do stuff that they don't want to do. Does that make sense? Right? Like if you're like, oh, like when I was growing up, right? Like there was like this expectation where it's like, I'm not saying this is the right way to do things. I've learned that this is not how you do things. I have learned that like growing up, right, is like, okay, if 3 people want to go to McDonald's and 2 people want to go to Burger King, if you're one of the people that wants to go to Burger King, you should go to McDonald's and advocate for McDonald's in order to create a better group atmosphere, right? Or it's like if some people want to go to the beach, but some other people want to go to the shopping mall, like you should compromise with the situation and figure out like how to do everything or whatever will make the group atmosphere the best, right? But I have learned, and maybe it's just with like younger women, I don't know. I have learned that you cannot, for example, wait at the shopping mall for somebody else to come along who said that they were going to show up, because then it destroys the group atmosphere, because sometimes people just don't show up. Or sometimes people will show up, but they'll be like 2 hours late, and it's like by that time, like everybody's already been tired for 1 hour, and now at the 2-hour mark, it's like, well, now we can't do this other thing. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. That's why communication is so very important. I've learned that you can't worry about communication. Like, you should do everything on your end to make it clear, like, what is happening and what the time limits are for things, right? But also, sometimes it does get to a point where you're just spamming people, and it's like, yeah. I was very upset about it. Like, the first time I went to Japan, I was like, oh, like, as a group, like, we should all do our best to spend time with the group and make sure, like, everybody has a good time and everybody gets to do what they want to do. And let's all, like, enjoy this experience together. And that was, like, my first, like vacation, I guess, with other people that weren't just, like, immediate family. Or really close family. So I was very, I don't know, there was like that as culture shock as well, where it's like something with like this biking incident, right? Like my first time to Japan, or well, I guess like the first few times. More recently, I've begun to calm down. Like if something like this happened, right? It's like, oh, 3 of us are going biking and 2 people completely ditch. I would be like, my gut reaction would be like, that's messed up. We came here as a group. We should spend time together as a group, right? Even if you want to go fast on the motorcycle, you should not go fast because it disrupts the group atmosphere, right? But now I realize people will just do what people want to do, and you just kind of have to accept it. And I don't think like group atmosphere is as much of a thing as I thought it was, I guess. Everyone's an adult and can take care of themselves. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I always thought of it as like, okay, like if you do things as a group, like you should pay attention to the group and make sure everything is good for the group. But as I get older, I realize like people do want to go just do their own things. And so you should not worry about whether people will stick to these group activities and shit. You should just, you know, like accept, like, okay. Yeah, different folks, different strokes situation. It's not a field trip. The solution is to become a recluse and shun all human contact in favor of wandering out in the woods. Yeah, I'm at that stage in my life. I'm kind of at that stage in my life. I feel like I speed ran a lot of like my youth. Because, like, when I was young, I didn't do anything. I just barely managed to get out and go play some D&D with strangers a few times. And that was too much for me. Like, I had crash outs over that. I spent most of my life as a neat shut-in. I didn't get to do... I never went to school dances. I never went to, like, prom or any shit like that. I never went to school events except for in elementary school when I was with my parents, or when my parents dropped me off at like little school carnival things. I never went to bars or anything. Like I drank when I was young, but like in my room because I was sad. And so when like around the start of like the Japan trips and stuff, it was my first time like really spending time with people. And it was so, I don't know, it was so different, right? And it was so exciting. And it's like, yeah, I want to drink all night. Fuck yeah, I love being drunk. I love walking around at night. I love the fucking game places and arcades, and oh my god, this is so fun. Now it's been about 2 years of that, and I'm bored. I'm bored. I did it. I did it all. I did it all, and I'm done. That happens. Yeah, it happens. You had your fill. Yeah, I talked about it. I talked to you guys about it a bit. How I messaged Sakura because at TwitchCon, I like really felt the effect of it. I was like, wait, this isn't fun anymore. This isn't. I don't like this anymore. Extrovert free trial. That's exactly what it feels like. Well, I mean, I was never really like extrovert, but like, I don't know. It was like I was at TwitchCon and it was like the novelty of drinking a lot and like getting to meet people with like common interests. I didn't care anymore. It was kind of, I don't know, like the best time I had at TwitchCon was chilling in the Airbnb with the people I already knew. I don't know. It was very like, I don't know. And going to the zoo. I really liked going to the zoo. That was a lot of fun. I did that almost every day. I did that almost every day of my TwitchCon trip. Bongo, thank you. There's more to socializing and connecting with others than just getting blasted, Rabbit. I mean, yeah. There are a few people there that I'd like to spend more time with. But I'm not gonna go to TwitchCon again, I don't think. Or maybe I will. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'll probably go to TwitchCon just to hang out with people that I already know. But I won't go, like, again, I won't go into the convention center. I didn't go into the convention center this year, and I don't think I'll go into the convention center next year either. If I go to TwitchCon. I don't know. You know, you don't need to wait for a con to do that, Pippa. You kind of do, unfortunately. Just the way that, like, everybody's schedule works, it's really hard to get everybody out for one thing when everybody lives so far away. Like, people are very busy. You can't really get people to go to something. You're like, if you're just in the group chat, you're like, hey guys, which I don't even have one specific group chat, so I don't have like a friend group chat. Like, I have like groups of friends where everybody's friends with each other, but we don't have just like shared group chats really. But like getting, like as an adult, right, when everybody lives in different parts of the world, you can't just be like, hey guys, do you all want to go to the fucking San Diego Zoo on a random week in the random month this year? People will be like, I don't know, I gotta check my schedule. Like, you can't really do that. Need an event as an excuse, yeah. Return to neat woods mode. Hey, wait, a second instance of maintaining human relationships. I could just go hiking in the woods. Yeah, do you guys want to get Wawa later? Hell yeah, Wawa. Yeah, that's Fishman's job to schedule the company retreat. I do wish there would be more like company event stuff. I know if I like just try getting people like, oh, do you guys all want to meet up at this specific place? I don't think anybody's gonna go for it. I think people need like a little bit more of a reason because traveling is so fucking expensive. So it's not that people don't want to just go and hang out. It's that people don't want to spend their precious time traveling and their money traveling to go hang out somewhere when that means that they could potentially lose out on an experience or opportunity not that long after. Right? Went to the Mothman Museum a few days ago? Hell yeah. Hotels are insanely expensive now? They are. Oh yeah. Like in an ideal world, right? Like everybody would just like be able to go meet up. But like financially, like that's not feasible for most people, right? If people are like, okay, yeah, I'll go do random friend hangout, then it's like, oh, well now I don't have like the PTO or whatever. I don't have the money to go to like a convention where I already know like a bunch of other people as well are going to be meeting up. It's just such a... It sucks. It sucks. Cons are really the only way to hang out with a lot of people. Traveling is getting increasingly prohibitively expensive. It is. Even if money wasn't an object, time is. Yeah. Well, yeah, I hope Face Connect has more, like, in-person events, because I'll always go to them. Whenever I'm invited, if there's a Phase event, I will go to it. I told Sakana, I was like, hey, if any of the JP talents are ever in Vancouver, let me know, and I will come fly up to spend time. Let me know. I want to spend time with the JP talents. Or if anybody from any other parts of the world ever comes up, let me know. And we'll friend part 2, thank you. We've been trying to get 3 people to play Mahjong in Tokyo for 2 years with no success. I miss when all my friends were unemployed. Yeah, man. FaceCon Japan win. We were at that one convention. Was it Comiket? Oh, yeah, it's a pain. It's so hard. It's so hard to connect IRL. But I'm realizing anyways that, like, I don't know. Like, if I'm not getting drunk at a convention, then that means I have a lot of downtime to go do other stuff. So a lot of the appeal for, like, going to conventions now to me is like, oh, if I go to Offkai, like, I can go check out the USS Hornet again, and I can go do this, and I can go do that. And no, I have family, like, not that far away, and I'm planning, like, whole little adventures, and maybe, like, 2% of it involves anything anywhere near the convention. Getting drunk at the zoo. Don't get drunk at the zoo. Do people ever have unofficial phase meetups at cons? Yeah. Jesus, how much do you drink? In order for me to enjoy being around other people that I don't know, I have to be pretty drunk. I've never been, like, blackout drunk, but I do have to be pretty inebriated. I get too anxious. I feel like anybody who knows me that has seen me around somebody that I don't know can attest to this. But when I'm around strangers, I get, like, a little bit schizo. Like, I can't, I'm, it's like my mouth, like, locks up. Like, the muscles in my mouth, like, in my lips and everything, like, they're, like, locked up. And I, like, struggle to get out, like, basic words. And I'm I'm constantly mispronouncing shit. I'm just awkward. I'm not able to, like, engage with the situation properly. But when you're drunk, it's a lot easier. Get drunk at the zoo, chat. It's free. Nice shoes, by the way. What the fuck, man? That's me all the time. Oh, stutter too much. For me, it's not like stuttering. I'm not like da, 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 da. It's like if I was reading this off, like, my friends left me 20 minutes ago, man. If I tried reading that off, I might be like, I can't even emulate it. There'd probably be like a 5-minute pause. Not actually 5 minutes, but probably like, my friend left me 20 minutes ago, man. Like, I sound like I don't speak English sometimes. Miner goes, thank you. I understand your play with strangers. I too get drunk before grocery shopping. Base. Legion, thank you. So you're Raj from Big Bang Theory? I've never seen Big Bang Theory, so I don't know. Crippling self-confidence issues? I guess. It's me whenever I try to record a video. Your brain's just overanalyzing. XQC moment. I guess. Maybe a little bit. You mean like you're streaming? No, it's so much easier to speak when I'm streaming. It's so much easier to speak and have a personality when I'm streaming. But when I'm like around, like yesterday at Thanksgiving, it was so awkward. Doggo Bongo, thank you. You really need more than just liquid courage. Like, there were some family members that I'm not really close with and I don't really like at Thanksgiving. And I was like, I don't know. I just become, like, so devoid of personality and I struggle to speak. I can't imagine what it looks like on the outside, but, like, at one point, somebody was asking me, they were like, oh, do you have any advice? Like, my son wants to get into gaming, and I was looking at like, gaming computers and, like, how much is, like, a good amount to spend on a gaming computer, and I was like, you can get something... I'm very flat and monotone. I was like, you can get something for, like, around $800 that will do pretty much anything that you would reasonably need it to do. Yeah, I brought up, like, the RAM on its own is expensive. I was like, if you want to just play games, probably get, like, a Switch 2 or something. Here's my 3DS. With just, like, a little bit of work, you can make it have, like, thousands of games on it. You just mod it. And then I started, like, dismantling my 3DS. I popped off my case of my 3DS, and then I popped off the back, and then I popped out the micro SD card. And I'm, like, showing her, and I'm like, you have to reformat the micro SD card, potentially, depending on what format it's in. There's a few formats, but if you just look up this website, it'll tell you everything that you need to know. It's really easy. I think your words are hard. I get that, dude. This sucks. It was very... very dead inside. Damn, Pippa's weird and monotone. Pippa's aunt. It's relatable. And basically just apathy and emotionless. Maybe that's how it comes off. I'm definitely not emotionless. I'm very like on edge. On edge and spooked. Pippa, did you look sad relative in the eye when talking to them? No, I usually look at whatever I'm talking about. I get very self-conscious about like, not as much like eye contact, but of like head movement. Because like I'm very, like when I'm streaming, I'm like moving around a lot and I'm like nodding and stuff. And then when I'm talking to other people, it's like I'm nodding and I'm like, okay, I already nodded during the middle part of their sentence. Now I have to say, but they hadn't finished their point yet when I already said, oh. So now I have to say, ah, or something like with more exclamation because now they ended their point and I have to display more interest in it or more like emotion in response to the conclusion of their point because it reached the climax of the conversation. And it's so fucking awkward. My animations kick in a lot of the times when I'm listening to others. Going through the convo flowchart. Lizard person tries to act human. That's what it feels like sometimes, dude. I really connect. This is gonna sound really cringe, but I really connect with characters like Albedo from Genshin Impact, where it's like they're constructs and they're not real people, and they're just like trying to like emulate like human emotion and stuff. Like I feel human emotion, but I just don't know how to display it sometimes because like I'll start reacting to what somebody's saying. Somebody will be like with the sentence, right? They'll be like, my friends left me, and I'll go, oh, 20 minutes ago, man. I'll be like, oh man. It's like, I already reacted. They weren't done talking. But I don't know what's more awkward is if I react like too late when I don't know their point is done, or if I react like in the middle. Like, which one is worse? Did you learn Japanese? Because Aizuchi are those little interjections you do when talking. In Japanese, you use way more of them. I feel human emotion. Pippa 2025. I'm not thinking you just use the snake method and respond with the last word or phrase they use and make it sound like a question. Man. But as a man is saying, egotism is strong. We understand. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I do like in Japanese, though, when people are talking, you can go, And I do that. I've started doing that a lot, like in English, and I can't help but feel like people think it's weird, like I'm over emoting. VC, thank you. Bo bop, definitely not Pipkin Pippa. Anime girl noises. I've learned that just straight up admitting you weren't paying attention is far funnier than it should be, but I am paying attention. I just don't know when they're done talking. People don't mind it. It is kind of weird in English. Started doing that. I think I've always been doing that. But not always. The past couple years. Just emulating podcast conversation. Adrian, thank you. Sounds like you might get shy and nervous, but that's normal. Sometimes you have to stop caring about looking weird and silly or just be you. Dude, I can't. So talking, thank you. My friend left me, Lamau. I can never speak to them again. Sounds like people you talk to don't stop talking. It does feel like people talk a lot. I don't know how people have so much to say. Ironic, right? Because I'm a streamer, so I'm talking nonstop. But I'm talking to like a bunch of people into like a general void, right? But in real life, people will just keep talking, and it's like, how do you have so much to say, dude? Like, there's nothing I want to say to you, and I don't mean that in like a bad way. I just mean that in like I don't have anything to say to you. Like, fuck, man. I don't know what to say. Oh, Rumbler, thank you. Try being as obnoxious as possible. I did it, and somehow it made people like me more. What the fuck? But my friend left me. Let's fucking go. Just keep silent. But then people point that out. It doesn't work, man. I have a family member who often reads conversations as interrogation sentences. Interrogation sessions. Heh? I keep the conversation going and pretend I'm playing Mass Effect. Americans can't stop yapping sometimes in torturous detail. Wolf and Wing Sable, thank you. This is too relatable. Please stop. Okay.
Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.